Hello, guys, and welcome back again. Welcome to the Double Pivot podcast. I'm your host, Muhammad Hamza, and today I have a very special guest with me, Mr. Hasan Azam, Hasan Bhai, who I call. Hasan Bhai, welcome to the show. Today we're going to talk about some of the greatest teams in the modern era. And then I thought we'll talk about the Man United team of 2006 and 2009 with you. So before we start, how are you doing and how's everything going?
I'm doing well, Hamzu, but I think we need to discuss the amount of blood that's coming out of your face, bro. I mean, it's difficult to see into the phone now. Mashallah, there's so much nur. Yeah, what is Canada doing to you, bro? It's amazing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, let's discuss the best teams. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well.
Alhamdulillah.
Let's get this podcast started.
All right. We needed much needed enthusiasm and some comedy on the show. So Hassan will bring that. So be sure to watch out, guys.
Bring it,
And
man. Yeah.
yeah, Hassan, I wanted to start off by asking about that United team. So Fergie, hadn't won the league for 3 years. I was just seeing, 2004, 05, and then 06, I think Arsenal won the first one and then
Yeah.
two Chelsea. So, at that time, as a United supporter, what were you thinking? Were you just waiting that Rooney and Ronaldo will eventually get up to speed and win? Just let us know about your thoughts on that situation.
I mean, yeah, the 2003-2004 season wasn't good for us. And, as Don would let
Yeah.
they were the Invincibles. He keeps talking about it even after 16 years. He wouldn't shut up about it. So yeah, they had the Invincibles and they had the amazing Mourinho teams.
Yeah.
Unbelievable in defense and just so difficult to beat, so strong. They were amazing. And at that time, United were going through, a change. You had Van Nistelrooy leaving. You
Yeah.
had the old guard leaving. Beckham was gone. The young blood was coming in. Slowly, it felt like, obviously when changes are taking place, it's difficult to keep the
Predict.
momentum and, win the trophies. So you had the youngsters in Rooney, Fletcher, Ronaldo, and, you had the new signings in Vidic and Evra. Signings, always, you need a season before you can actually gel into a team. So, we had the pieces, but it was just about, can they actually step up to winning the league? We were coming second, coming third, coming fourth.
Yeah.
Back in the day, top four wasn't a big deal like how it is right now. But at least United, Arsenal, all these teams would get the top four. But it's about winning the league. Yeah, we could see that. Okay, maybe the potential was there. Could they step up? Man, they showed it. They were unbelievable the next 3 seasons.
So was it like a period of transition, Hassan bhai, where there were like you said, so many changes, but what was like the difference maker in the end? Was it just like Ronaldo and Rooney, or even at the back, I think Vidic, Evra came, like you said?
See, every title-winning team. You look at the Liverpool team right now. You look at the Chelsea team from back in the day. You
Yeah.
look at the United teams of old. It always starts with the two centre backs and the goalkeeper. You have a good goalkeeper. You have two centre backs. You have a chance, a very good
Yeah.
chance of winning the league. So we had Sylvester, who was decent, but he wasn't an extraordinary player. So, but when
Yeah.
Ferdinand got Vidic and Ferdinand himself stepped up his game, it really started to show, okay, we have the pieces. And actually, Chelsea set such an amazing precedent of playing so well, so
Yeah.
fast. So they came out of the blocks really fast in the two seasons that they won, the 04-05 and the 05-06.
Yeah.
They before you knew it, they were like 6-7 points ahead, and United were always slow starters. So when the 06-07 season came in, Ferguson was like, "I'm sorry, you can't take the time of just slowly
Yeah.
creeping in." And then by December, you start hitting your stride. Game one, bro. 2006-2007, we were 4-0 up within the first 20 minutes against Fulham.
Right.
Sahar, Ronaldo, Rooney, they were just kicking everyone everywhere. Um, yeah, I think that's what was required.
Right,
The
Hassan bhai.
defense with Evra, Vidic, Ferdinand, and Gary Neville, and the addition of Michael Carrick, Hamzu. I think each team needs a playmaker. We had, of course, we
Yeah.
had the greatest midfielder of all time. I know you would disagree with Stevie Gerrard, but we had Paul Scholes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, um, but how do you replace Roy Keane? How you cannot replace Roy Keane for a like-to-like player. And when we got in Michael Carrick, bro, the vision, the passing range, the speed of play, the transitions, it was just incredible to watch.
Right. Right, I mean, then you mentioned the players, Hassan bhai, and then I was coming to like the tactical setup. Like how was, like, what was the hallmark of that team? I mean, was it like pace, Ronaldo, and then I think earlier I think Park Ji Sung also used to play on the right. I'm not sure who used to play on the right, but eventually I think Tevez and Rooney interchanged the front three. But like, what was like tactically? What was how did they set up? And was it like a 4-4-3? Because Fergie usually played 4-4-2. I mean, so yeah, if you could just tell us about that.
See, Ferguson always traditionally preferred to have four strikers in his team and play with a 4-4-2 system. But the second striker was the number 10, the number 9s and 10s. 9 was fair front with the Van der Silva or Luis Saha. And
Yeah,
the number 10 was, Tevez or, I'm sorry, a Rooney,
I
dropping
think
back for
Saha
a false
initially.
ball,
Yeah,
dropping back. Yeah, linking up the play. So he preferred the 4-4-2. But the thing about Fergie was he was very flexible in his teams. He would play
yeah,
with the 4-4-1-1, play with the 4-4-3, sorry, 4-3-3, 4-5-1. He would always be flexible and he would see what the opposition is doing. It's like, okay, you know what, against Chelsea, okay, we hit them on the counter. Or against Arsenal, just beat the shit out of Arsenal.
yeah,
They wouldn't
yeah.
make
I
a
know.
break
I
in the
remember.
forward.
Yeah,
Nice, tiki-taka football. Bichara Reyes, how much they kicked him? They kicked him out of the league, man. That guy was an
right.
amazing player, but they kind of just kicked him out.
Yeah,
So that was the genius of Fergie. He knew how to beat each
how
team.
to.
Yeah, to give credit to Chelsea, when they came in, they had that determination to be like, okay, you know what, we're gonna play the hard way, we're gonna play the dirty way, we're gonna play the nasty way, or we're gonna
Yeah,
have some silky football with the freaking Robbins and Joe Cole, who I thought was probably the best number 10 the league had ever seen in those 2 seasons. He was
yeah,
incredible, man. He was doing
right,
things that no English player had ever done.
right.
Drogba's, the John
Lampard
Terry's,
and then
Frank Lampard scoring
Cavallo.
20, 25 goals a season.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Cavani is probably one of the most underrated centre backs
Underrated defenders. Yeah,
in the history of football. In the history of football, I'm serious.
yeah,
That guy made John Terry, man. John Terry was shit before him. John,
yeah,
he's the one who carried John Terry. Everybody talks
yeah,
about John Terry. So was
yeah,
Cavallo.
yeah.
Cavallo was amazing. So credit to Chelsea. They played really well, and then we had
So,
to step up. And the tactical, sorry, yeah. So coming back to the tactical
yeah,
situation, you had the Van der Sar at the back. You had the Vidic and the Ferdinand in the
Ferdinand.
midfield, and then you had Gary Neville and Raphael at the right back. Sometimes with West Brown, right back and centre back, they would
Yeah,
change it up. Johnny Evans.
I think even
Now
O'Shea
look
played
how much.
sometimes. Yeah,
John O'Shea, utility man, bro. He played everywhere. Right
yeah.
winger, left winger, centre mid, right back, centre back. He even played in that season. He even played as a
Midfielder.
goalkeeper.
Okay, a goalkeeper. Okay.
Yeah. I think it was Robbie Keane who was 1-on-1 against him. And he was the goalkeeper, and he saved it.
Right.
Look at the clip. It's hilarious. You can see Rudy and Ronaldo laughing at the stands. They were like, "What is this guy doing?" Yeah, and then on the left, of course, you had Giggsy, who was probably the greatest player of our club. Paul Scholes, Michael Carrick, Owen Hargreaves. I mean, these guys are all
Fletcher at
captains.
backup. Yeah, Anderson. I think late in, I think the
Yeah,
2008 season. Yeah,
yeah. So if you see in that whole squad, you would see that there's two players for every position, two top quality players, not just
yeah,
any random players. I was going through their appearances. Most of them didn't have over 25 appearances a season, and these guys
uh,
played for 45 games, 50 games a season.
yeah,
In the 2006, 2007, we went to the semifinals. Oh, 7, oh 08, we went to the final of the Champions League. And, we played quite a bit, but
yeah,
Fergie knew how to rotate the squad. It wasn't just the 11 all the time. See, the problem that I see with the players and with the teams nowadays, you see the teams like Liverpool, okay, we have the best starting 11. What about the depth? It's not there
yeah,
if you think about it. So when you're trying to compete on three fronts,
yeah,
FA Cup, forget the League Cup, okay, for now. FA Cup, Champions League, and the league. How do 11 players keep on playing day in day out?
yeah,
It's not
definitely.
possible.
Yeah,
For Ferguson, he had four strikers, four top quality strikers. Bro, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer right now, I know, Bichara, he's getting it left, right, and center. But
yeah,
back in the day, he was contributing 11, 12 goals a season. Luis Saha, Tevez,
which is a lot.
Rooney,
Yeah,
it's a lot. If you think
yeah,
about a utility player coming in with 10, 11 goals a season, I think that's a lot. So Ferguson was dynamic. He used
yeah,
to change it up, and he knew who to get. He
yeah,
knew when to get them. Sometimes
yeah,
he played over the top to get them, like a Berba or a Ferdinand. But the pieces were there and they settled in. And I probably, in my opinion, probably one of the probably the greatest team the Premier League has ever seen, because they did it continuously for 3 seasons in a row,
Three
and they
seasons.
won the
Yeah.
Champions League. They
Yeah.
would have won the Champions League again, but they came up against probably the
Against
greatest
one of the greatest.
team
Yeah. You're going to talk about
that,
those teams also. Yeah.
football has ever seen. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you touched
So
upon all some of the points I was going to ask you, Hassan, by like squad depth, also
absolutely,
like. So I mean, there
yeah,
were like good, like there was a set of hardworking players and players who had flair. So like I mean, Fergie could change it up, like and bring on players like that. Because I remember in away games sometimes he used to put Park Ji Sung, and then I remember that Pirlo game. I think Park Ji Sung basically had to man mark Pirlo, so and shut him out. So I mean, great
yeah.
flexibility and tactically he was adaptable. And one of the things people say about Fergie that he wasn't good tactically, but I think around that time he really showed so much flexibility, like you said.
Absolutely. I think tactically, yeah, there's certain managers like a Mourinho and Ancelotti who are probably a little bit better than him.
Yeah,
But I think his reading of the game was probably the best. It was most
yeah,
underrated. The way he would read the game, he would just go and say, "Listen, I think I can see the right back or the left back is struggling a little bit.
yeah,
Try to run at him. See what you can make something happen."
yeah,
So his reading of the game was amazing. Of course, he made a few blunders like the freaking Champions League final against Barcelona, going toe-to-toe with them. Shouldn't have
yeah,
done that.
yeah.
But yeah, like you said, the flair players like Nani or
Nani,
Ronaldo.
yeah,
Yeah, and but to compensate for their attacking play, you had a Fletcher and you had a
Fletcher,
Michael Carrick who would just break everything up, and they would
yeah,
just sit there. How many times did you see United scoring goals in the last five?
on the counter, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the belief was there that we'll get a chance, put
yeah,
people in the box, go wide. See, the thing is, every single player knew what they were supposed to do. I remember
yeah,
this game against Arsenal in the '06 or '07 season, maybe, or 8 or 9, I can't remember. He played with 9 defenders on the field. You know that?
right.
Remember that?
Yeah,
He
I mean,
played with
I
nine
saw a meme
defenders.
about that. Yeah, Fergie won versus Arsenal with that lineup. I
Yes,
remember. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, he had Fabio, Rafael, John O'Shea, Wes Brown. He
yeah,
had all defenders of the team. They won like 2 or 3-1 or 3-0 or something.
yeah,
And how could they do that? And Arsenal team was a good team. You had Van Persie, you had Wilshere, you had Walcott. Good teams,
yeah,
man. But playing against 9 defenders, everybody knew what they were supposed to do. So,
yeah,
that's what is genius. Drilling everybody and thinking, this is
yeah.
the way, this is the way, play, this is the way we play.
Right.
That's
I
how
mean, we're
it went.
talking about the greatest side, Hassan bhai, but like, what do you think makes this side great? I mean, was it the three consecutive league titles? I mean, or do you see league and Champions League together? I mean, like, just what do you see as a bigger barometer for judging? Like, do you see Champions League or a league a bigger indicator?
See, look at the teams now. Okay,
Yeah,
just to judge the team of United's from the '06 till '09 phase.
yeah,
Look at the team.
yeah,
Like even Pep Guardiola. Okay, he won the league back to back, if I'm not
yeah.
mistaken.
Two. Yeah,
But yeah, he couldn't win the league, Champions League. He couldn't win the
yeah.
league 3 times. Okay, so winning the league 3 times in
Three
a row
times.
with the Champions League, with coming to another Champions League final, I think is an incredible achievement, which
And I
hasn't
think
been
at
done.
that time, Chelsea.
Yeah,
I mean, Chelsea were spending, so it's like they could have always strengthened each year. I mean, and they did that, but United
yeah.
always kept on coming back.
Exactly. Exactly. So Chelsea was spreading left, right, and center. Arsenal were going down a little bit, but Chelsea was always there. Man City were coming up. Man
I
City
mean,
was doing
Liverpool
fine.
with Gerrard Torres, that team. I mean, decent
Bro,
competition.
that team would have won the league in any
Yeah,
season. Any
yeah,
season that team would have won the league. They were so good. Like if I'm not mistaken, with the Xabi Alonso and Mascherano in the center and
yeah,
Gerrard played on the right that season in the '08 or '09 season. And with Torres up front, man, they were killing it.
yeah,
Gerrard was going insane. He scored 25 goals, I think, that season.
yeah.
And Torres was probably the best striker in the world that year. Uh,
But that famous
that,
Makeda goal. I think.
that famous Baketa goal. Again, he's gone now, right? He's
Yeah,
nobody to be seen. But just Fergie knew when to throw people in the mix. Like, okay, this is the unpredictability factor. Just throw this guy in, see what happens. Maybe something will click. Down to
right,
10 men, no hope. We need to win this game.
right.
So, again, the legend has been made. So, yeah, definitely winning the league 3 times in a row, winning the Champions League. I think that would put that team up probably as the best team in the
The
Premier
Premier
League
League.
era.
Yeah.
In the Premier League era, without a shadow of a doubt, that has to be the best team. See,
Again, like you
Liverpool, if they
said,
win another league, yeah,
yeah, if they would have won the Champions League again, the next season probably have elevated them even more, right? I mean, but came across one of the other great teams of that era, probably the
yeah,
best of all
yeah.
time. Yeah,
the greatest, yeah, probably the greatest team that the club team that we've ever seen.
Right.
Because if they had won one more Champions League, which they
That
should
would
have,
have
but
back to back.
if they
Yeah.
had won, I would put them on par with the Barcelona team.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, they would have won two Champions League,
Two
and
Champions League.
Pep Guardiola's Barcelona would have won one, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Guardiola won two, so they would have won one. So yeah, they would have probably
Right,
been,
Hassan.
if not better than Barcelona at that time. But history is history. I always count the titles, so I would
Yeah.
put the Barcelona team above them definitely. And
Right.
that team was crazy, bro. That team was
Right.
Eto'o, Henry,
Right.
friggin' Messi,
Right.
Xavi, क्या बोल रहे
Yeah.
हैं यार वो?
Yeah. I mean, just to finish off, Hassan bhai, your memories about that team. I mean, do you? I mean, obviously you miss it, but was that era like the greatest Man United era? I mean, and the greatest era you of football you watched as a supporter?
I started watching in 2002,
Yeah.
so 18 years ago, when
Yeah.
Scholes was putting in against Everton.
Yeah.
Little Wayne Rooney was running around for Everton when he was 16 years old.
Yeah.
So I didn't see the '99 era.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, I would say that's probably the greatest team, the best football I've seen.
Yeah.
The counter attack, the speed,
Yeah.
the goals, the volleys
Yeah.
from all over the park,
Yeah.
the crosses,
I remember. Yeah.
injury time winners.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was easily the best time to be a United fan and the worst time to be a United fan right now. It's horrible, man.
I mean, we'll finish off on that note, Hassan bhai. And just to tell our viewers about that era from United in 2006 2009, they won 3 league titles on the bounce, one Champions League, one Club World Cup, and 2 League Cups, and also would have won another Champions League the next year. But like we mentioned, played Barcelona and lost in that final. And then I think also finished in 2 Champions League semi-finals. So one of the greatest teams in the modern era, like we
Well, so,
talked about.
so I just want to ask you a question,
Yeah, Samay.
Hamzo. So, do you think they are the greatest Premier League team in the last
Yeah,
20
yeah,
years?
right now, at the moment, yeah, definitely. I
You
mean,
agree? Okay.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I just
definitely.
wanted to hear because then I'll be like, oh, biased United supporter
No,
talking
no,
about
no, 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 no.
they're the
But I
greatest
think
team.
if Liverpool and Klopp win like Champions League and League like this year, like a double, then I think at least they'll be second or really close pushing because they've won a
Then
league last year.
yeah,
They won the Champions League before. They could have won the league the year before. Man City finished 99 points. Liverpool finished 98, I think.
yeah,
So I mean, if they win the league this year and a Champions League together, maybe at least you can mention them in the same
easily
bracket, little bit.
same
Yeah,
bracket. I
yeah,
would put it in the same bracket. I
right,
would. I
right,
think that's two leagues and two Champions League easily in the same
yeah,
bracket.
right. Right. Thank you so much, Hassan bhai. I
Okay.
mean, hope to have you back again. Please come back and don't leave us.
Please let me know,
And
bro.
it
I'm
was
always there for you. And
right.
please
It
just
was
put some mask on, man. There's too much noor, bro. I can't see. You can see me
क्या है हसन
squinting the
भाई
entire time.
अरे
अरे
क्या
कुछ भी नहीं
है
दिख रहा है यार समझ में नहीं आ रहा कहाँ दिख रहा देखो तालू पे शाइन हो रहा है तुम्हारा माशाल्लाह तुम्हारा नूर
Okay, guys, this will go on between me and Hasan bhai. Thank you so much for watching, and please
Take
like,
care.
share, and subscribe. And we'll be back with more on the series of the greatest teams in the modern era. Thank you.